Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Sabrosa, thank you for your time DJing. That was a beautiful set. My name is Strong Legs. This fine young gentleman right here is Upmind, Gustavo, and we're here to bring you some amazing action. And I don't say that lightly. We have some big hitters. We got Giants versus Giants. We got some Goliath versus, the young David. But first off, kicking us off for the night, it is going to be Singularity versus a Riot Squad. It is on Nuke. Knife rounds are already underway. Let's get this action rolling. Mel, kick this.
Yeah, right you are. Tonight's going to be a big night. We got some heavy hitters in the NA scene, kind of showcasing their skills here in the Winners League as we get closer and closer to playoffs. So we're going to see more of the big-time players kind of getting their games in, and this just seems to be one of them. Again, Singularity and Riot Squad, a game that we would usually see in more of the higher up NA leagues such as MDL and FPL and things like that. And so it's a how do you say it? It's a big pleasure to actually be able to see him on a Winners League stream. And we already have some action going on the C side. The A site is going down, but the CT stronghold from Relics and Dapper kills.
Yeah, and what is even stronger is just a reroute. They instantly just fall off that A site, vanish like Batman, and suddenly they're down below planting the bomb. Now Dapper's on hot pursuit. He's already rotated down below, but the bomb will get planted. Nothing that can stop that now. Now it's just Dapper having to play this out. Now, if he wants any sort of contact, he has to open those doors, and at that point, he's going to have to make noise. But Singularity's down here now. They got Dazzle on the flank, and the action is definitely coming.
John G going down, crashes. Actually, really good spot. I would have said the same for FNS, but he's going to get found out. Two players for the CT side, both lit up. Relics on 34. Dapper is going to turn the corner, but it's going to be Relics with the kill. Bomb is smoked out, but it's not even going to matter. They have enough time to get the defuse. In Singularity, they're going to open up with a 1-0 win. They had to retake that B site, but that A site hold was so crucial. Putting down Riot Squad to 3 players and at least getting those trades in.
Now, I want to see what kind of purchase Riot Squad pumps out here. It is an AK dropped over from Mitch, I believe. Yep, there it is. So they have Ripple rifles, 2 AKs, and SG. That is actually terrifying. And a Deagle armorless for FNS, and of course Peter on the glass cannon scout himself. So they're looking for those scout tags, but Singularity, they're kind of ahead of the curve here. They're already upped up to the rifles. Long range shot from Dapper. Jesus. Look at that angle that he's holding. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I just realized this pixel spot actually worked out for him over to mid. What a madman, and but it's easy enough to get through it, to get behind that box. John G might be feeling the pain though from Dapper. He's gonna get yet another one. Riot Squad down to 3 players already. 2 T's just kind of waiting out outside. It's fine from Crash. He's just holding on the back line, but for now, Singularity, they have a foothold on the T's. Still FNS trying to get through. He's taking in minimal damage. Again, the T's have to back off. 50 seconds remaining. They have to find another approach. Seb might find a kill here. Crashies has gone through the smoke. Seb's still waiting. Crashies goes through with the MP9 versus the AK, and Seb so far is winning it. Back goes Crashies as Riot Squad. Again, they get stopped in their tracks.
Yeah, now him being wounded down to 20 HP is really going to hold him back from any sort of aggression. Now, of course, Seb is holding for the push down below. FNS has no armor. Crashies is very wounded, so I think they might just reroute. And they're going to go straight towards heaven, but Dapper's here waiting to finish off what he started. He's already gotten 3 kills. Now FNS does get the trade, but Celsius is still here. He's towards Tetris, but it will be Mitch to eliminate Relics. Now Celsius all alone. Almost whips it, but manages both kills. Surprise, surprise, and Singularity now find themselves the 2nd round, and without a bomb plant, it'll be unlikely for Riot Squad to purchase up here.
Yeah, that was just a great ending there for Zelsis. He was very, very close to dying there, especially with a player swinging on him. But otherwise, Singularity looking really good at the moment, winning out almost every gun battle against Riot Squad, and now they have yet another opportunity for a round. Just all the Riot Squad, they're on D's. Dapper in a really bad spot here, but even then he's still gonna get 2 kills. One onto John G, another one onto Mitch, and he's gonna run away and stay alive. Singularity. yet again, another great start to a round. Riot Squad still lurking around, waiting for some contact. Relics finding FNS on the lurk. And at this point, Peter and Crashies, they have a very tall task ahead of them. I would think the best thing for them to do is just to get some exit kills and PTR Peter from behind. Actually going to take down Dapper. That's going to be an M4 in his hands. We all know how dangerous he can be with a gun, but otherwise he's in a 1v3 situation, no armor at all.
I mean, and he has to get the bomb. Bomb's in full possession of Singularity. I mean, at any point, if he's going to catch this, he's going to have to come Secret, or he's going to have to come up Vents for Zelsis. And it is going to be Zelsis. Singularity on a 3-0, and that was actually an alright round. They only lost an MP9 and a FAMAS, I believe, so not too shabby. Yeah. They got an AK upgrade at the very least. Now the fun and games are over. It's actually a full-blown purchase now. No downgrades, no Deagle's armorless. It's actually on the AKs, the SGs, and the AWP for Peter, his golden gun. Now, Singularity, they don't have any scope weapons to battle back, so it's really how this early aggression is going to unfold that will dictate a lot of how this round will be.
And it seems like Seb is going to be on the forefront of it. The T's are slowly coming in, and Seb is going to run all the way back into the B site. The T's are invading this ramp area. Seb in a really good position. He can at least get one if he plays his cards right. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He's only going to get Janji, but the rest of the CTs, they're shut out. Dapper opens the door. FNS swinging around. He's going to get the kill. And Riot Squad finally with their first big opportunity of the game.
Bomb has been planted.
Now, unless this flank is very successful here, this is a terrible situation to be in if you're Singularity. Relics might just get spotted by Peter, but actually Peter's just pushed in towards. Now there's been spotted. Peter's going to get caught in, but actually Zelsis is here covering his back, and suddenly Relic finds himself a flurry of kills. Now it's Bench in the corner, and he is isolated, and he is eliminated in what was looking like a solid, favorable situation for Riot Squad. Actually gets dismantled by Singularity.
Riot Squad, they were just out in the open the entire time, and Singularity, they were just in some really tricky spots, and yeah, I don't know about that one. Seemed as if, like I said before, Riot Squad, they had a really good chance heading into that 4v3, but Singularity, they're still looking so good at the moment. We're going to get a timeout here. Dapper at the moment with 7 kills. We've seen Relics almost every round going down to about 10 HP, 5 HP, and even then, he still has 6 kills in the game. Overall, Singularity is just looking pretty good at the moment. I'm just waiting for at least one breakout round from Riot Squad. At least one. At least one.
Yeah, and that's really what it would take to just kind of break the momentum here for Singularity, right? Their money is still definitely struggling. Zelsis is only 850. Seb's not too far away at 1100. And then pretty much the rest of the squads between the 1 to 2,000 range, and except of course Relics, who's at 3,400. But even then, you're absolutely right. It'll just take one singular round to really just flip this game on its head. And Riot Squad, their loss bonus is maxed out, so it's purchases upon purchases here, and it will be the outside control. Looking to go fast. Smokes are there. Counter Molotov does come out, and Riot Squad, they're waiting. They're slowing down. They're going quiet.
Yeah, every CT is already set up shop here. The teams at this point, they just need to find a way through somewhere. They've been grinded out over to the mid, grinded out over to ramp. The closest round that they've had so far was an approach. I think it was onto the A site through Hut, but otherwise, they've just been running into brick walls. Finally, they get some smokes going, so they're able to go down secrets. We have Seb set up, and a couple of CTs ready to start sprinting over to B if a rotate comes in. Seb already set up pop flash. Oh, that's a beautiful pop flash. That's going to end up in the pipes. Seb doesn't expect it, so he has the right angle for the floor, but he's going to have to run away. The D's, they're going to run right into the gun of Seb. The Krieg running out 2 guns. Relics with another one. Riot Squad out and yet another disadvantage. Slowly bringing it back is Crashies, but man, a 4v2.
Yeah, now unless they find both these kills here towards control, this is going to be extremely problematic, but a 1-for-1 deal still leads Singularity in favor here. But Mitch, you might have just found a slight gap, but no, maybe not. Relics He gets a shot to the side. He's going to hunt down that wounded player. He's not going to let him go. And Singularity find themselves at a 5-0 start. This is beautiful work now. Still, though, they're not quite out of the woods just yet. They're still struggling. Economically, at least. Round-wise, they're good to go. But economically speaking, they're still struggling. And it could easily be a either double reset or even a single eco here. The Riot Squad, again, just need to maintain the economic pressure. Get a few kills here. Don't worry too much about the round difference. That could easily turn on his head. And Peter just ate shrapnel for breakfast.
Ouch. I was about to say, I mean, even with the rounds, you can still tell that Riot Squad is doing well. They have the kills to show for it in their stats, so they're slowly just taking away guns from Singularity, making them rebuy every round. But otherwise, I mean, Singularity doing the best that they can out of a quote-unquote bonus round. As no one is dying so far. Mitch, though, finally going to get that last shot onto Relics, but otherwise, Singularity keeping it nice and clean heading into the 7th round.
For those wondering, by the way, I do not believe that Zelsis is an official addition to the roster. I think he's still under the trial period. They tried a few players, actually. They had Robin as a ringer. They've tried out Moose, of course, who recently got back on the United roster. And I think Zelsis was one of the several people that Singularity has tried out for the roster. So, yeah, I think he's just on... trial for now. It's not official. No papers have been signed just yet. But let's get back into the action here. This is an important round for the Riot Squad. But the difference in this round here of mine is that Singularity is starting to get a little more money. They're not really on the verge of that reset. And as soon as that money becomes stable, right, that's when risks become almost punishless. Like, there's no punishment for it. You just get by them for free. You don't really have anything to worry about, and the game becomes a lot more erratic and chaotic for Riot Squad. So I think these next few rounds are actually extremely crucial for them to pick up.
Singularity, they're gonna get pressured all of a sudden. Riot Squad, they have control of the outside. Mitch and Jonji slowly approaching here, but they have 3 CTs watching the outside. Look at Dapper here. He's just gonna walk right out of the smoke. He's gonna secure himself 2, make that 3 against Crashies. He has 2 more potentially now. Relic's gonna help him out against Peter. And now it's just FNS left in a 1-on-4. Another beautiful round from Dapper, as yet again he goes lurking. Oh, FNS. He's gonna hit a position. Relic's gonna peek out of the window. And Singularity, another huge round for him. And like you said, Singularity, they're just building up so much cash at the moment that Riot Squad is going to have to pull a huge comeback, a huge string of rounds for them to even try to tie it up.
Yeah, this actually has to be really frustrating to play against if you're Singularity, or excuse me, if you're Riot Squad, right? You're playing everything to your structure, you're sticking to your script, and it feels like they're up against what is a freestyle CS, right? Just free CS. Now it's just straight push on towards the A site, and even that is not working out quite well for them. Crashy's looking for the trade, and the trade he will find, but the players are now flooding in from all directions, and just like that, the magic trick is over. Singularity put 8 on the board, only 2 casualties in all that chaos. I'd consider that a success for them. But back to what I was saying, Upmind. If you're Riot Squad, this is extremely frustrating, right? We saw Riot Squad kind of struggling against Street CS yesterday against Mac 51 on Dust 2, and it seems like they're kind of getting caught off in the same vibe now, where they're just getting ran over by the Street style CS, right? Not respecting their opponent, not adhering to their rules, pushing through smokes, fighting together. Although, of course, this is a lot of teamwork involved in even the aggression that Singularity is putting out. It's still very hard to deal with. It's very unpredictable and hard. Look at this, just. You expect them to fall off, but they're just fighting you in their places. They're not willing to let go of positions. You're getting Goomba stomped if you're Jonji. And Singularity does now find themselves at 9-0.
Wow, and a perfect round from Singularity. Not a single player going down. Again, Riot Squad didn't exactly have the guns to work with, but they should at least be making some sort of effort near the end of these rounds. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Roy. Singularity, they're just literally not letting Riot Squad play this video game. I really don't know what else to tell you right now. Singularity still going. Early damage onto Mitch and Jonji. Around the corner, Zelsis and Dapper both getting kills here. FNS with 2. Crashy's gonna turn around the corner. He's gonna get a kill onto Dapper. He BTR already on site. He's going to find the pixel onto Seb. And now it's going to be down to Relics with that AWP in a 1-on-3. Finally, Riot Squad with their biggest opportunity thus far. Relics is going to miss a shot. Not something that we've seen almost at all this game. And Crashies is going to take full advantage of that. Going to punish him accordingly. And that's going to be Riot Squad with their first round.
Okay. Better late than never. Can I just point out that Relics is 15-3. 3 deaths. 150 ADR almost. Madness.
I mean, that's what I was saying. I mean, this man has been on point this entire game. Whenever a pixel shows up on the screen, he's getting a frag, like we see right there against Crashies. From behind, Crashies is going to take him down. He's still just booking it onto the site, and Dazzle is going to take him down. Peter, in a 1v1 scenario, is going to take down Zelsis. And look at this. FNS lurking outside. Seb is not going to be ready for it. This could be FNS with a huge opening. Oh, there we go. He's going to get the second kill on Dazzle from up top. FNS is still trying to shoot down Dapper. And Singularity, they are breaking down. No one holding the outside position. I mean, we had Relics, but he got lurked. And at this point, Riot Squad, yet again, another huge opportunity. Slowly mounting a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't get anything here in the next 5 seconds, he should just abandon. He's down to 29 HP. Zelsis continues to drop, and it seems like they aren't really willing to give him anything just yet. The flashbangs, they're just keeping it at bay. FNS got Peter covered on site, and if you're Dapper, this is the time. This is it. Just get out of there. Red light, dip.
Oh no, he's running out of bullets. PTR is going to meet him. This P250. Still at 29 HP. We could see something from Dapper, but thus we get nothing. FNS from behind going to get the kill. And Singularity now, they're going to have to start thinking about their economy. Zelsis coming into the round with just under $3,000. He's going to have to buy himself a UMP, barely any equipment. Riot Squad, they are slowly penetrating through the Singularity economy. And again, the most of the, yeah, I know, one more and they can get themselves a bonus round. And not only that, but Singularity, they've already won themselves the half. The most that Riot Squad can do is get to 6. So they're going to make one last huge push to at least carry that momentum into the second half.
Yeah, and let's not forget, right? 9-6. These are still pretty standard finishes for Nuke. Even at 10-5, right, on the CT side, it's still, even though we're in a completely terror-sided meta, it's still definitely possible. That's what we'll get smoke for cover. He's gonna get gushed down actually with the AK-47. Now Crashies is applying a lot of pressure here on the upper A site, which gives them options. Now they're gonna have to counter with their utility. And Riot Squad, they haven't quite committed. I think they're baiting most of the utility for Singularity here, knowing their economy is low, trying to figure out if they're on a buy or not. But now they know, of course, weapons did pop off. But they're definitely aware that if this is a buy, this is probably limited in terms of smokes, in terms of their ability to hold them back and kind of contain them. So it's only a matter of time now before Riot Squad can just re-execute on this A site.
Yeah, both Zelsis and Dazzle both holding it over to Hunt. It's going to be Dazzle going on. Same thing with the Relic. Zelsis going to try to do his best with just a measly UMP. Seb is going to get traded out, and yet again, Singularity, they systematically fall. They get overwhelmed on these sites. Oh no, Dapper. He had a huge opportunity there. He had the space to just swing out, but it seems like the T's, they hear him now. Yeah, all 3 T's start shooting at Dapper in the same position. That's going to be Riot Squad with our 3rd round, and we're going to see them in a potential 4th. The Singularity only has about sub $3,000. And we're going to get ourselves a pause. Perfect moment here for either Riot Squad or Singularity, realistically, for them to just talk about what kind of strategies they can do heading into the rest of this half. Because, I mean, if anything, Singularity has a huge opportunity to just get their dirty work done. Nuke is historically a CT-sided map, so Singularity, they need to make the most of it. Best that they can do at the moment is, I would say, just about a 10-5 half, realistically, because of their buy heading into this round and the potential buy round in the next.
Yeah, man, I think at most it's going to be an 11-4 for Singularity. at most. But I think 10-5, yeah. And 10-5, 9-6 is probably leaning 10-5. But again, either 10-5 or 9-6 are still okay. Those are recoverable halves. Those are common halves, if anything, really. Opening frag from Jonji. Of course, this is armorless pistol, so it's really just a very easy round here for Riot Squad. And if it's clean enough, they pretty much guarantee purchases for the rest of the game, no matter what happens. But they have to avoid getting 1D'd out by Seb.
Yeah, Seb with a 6 shot. Yeah, again, Riot Squad. So just Singularity at this point. FNS and Jonji. Both with kills. It's down to Seb and Relics. Singularity, just trying to make the most out of this one. Trying to make this expensive for Riot Squad, if anything.
Alright, maybe an SG? That's worth its weight in gold, Upmind.
Might be so. Seb is in a really good position at the moment, just to get some exits. But otherwise, I mean, Riot Squad, they already have the bomb down. Smoked off everything. Singularity is just thinking about the next round at this point.
Now, I wonder if we'll see a bit of a difference in approach here for Singularity. They haven't really fought outside hard at all to shut down the wall of smokes. And of course, really the biggest problem for Singularity, although it's not really that big of a problem considering the round differential, but the biggest problem for Singularity has just been the upper A explodes, right? These late round explosions. Now, let's see if there is a difference here for Singularity.
Yeah, still 2 more rounds left in Singularity. They're going to put all their eggs into one basket, it seems. They have full loss bonus, so they can take another L and actually have a pretty decent buy in the next one. But otherwise, Singularity going hugging at this point. Not much equipment to work with. Jonji is going to take full advantage of it. Super, super close. No flash just being thrown out. He's just going to get himself 2 easy frags. And Zelsis is... I mean, he's going hunting at the moment. Dapper in a really good position under, but we could see huge from Zelsis. PTR from behind actually going to take him down, but Dapper. 2 big ones there, keeping it even at 2-2.
Now this is where the round starts to get really weird. The bomb is down and needs to be recovered. It is kind of loosely being held down by Singularity, but there's a bit of a sandwich happening here. Dapper, he's starting to get aggressed on from both sides, right? One coming in from ramp, one coming in from behind. And Dazzle and Dapper are pretty much trying to do the same thing, but actually Peter's awareness gets him the kill. Now with 45 seconds left and the bomb on the back, I think they're in a really good spot to close this one out, but it'll be Mitch catching the timing and Dapper's life, as well as the 5th round here for Riot Squad. And we might, after all, see the 9-6 finish here.
Might indeed. Singularity doesn't have much to work with this round. Just about the same buy as last round. Seb buying up a Max 7. Not a bad gun, actually, on Nuke. But otherwise, Riot Squad, they've already built up that cash. They've built up the equipment. They're just going to put it into full display here. They make one last push to make it a 9-6. The max that they can do after Singularity is 9-0 run. Again, early start. Relics, one of the only people with rifles on Singularity. He's already going to go down. The T's, they've already taken the outside control here. As now Dazzle becomes a little bit paranoid, and we have 2 CTs in around B. Just waiting for an approach at this point.
Yeah, look at even the buy for Singularity, right? MP9, Mag 7, those are not ideal weapons for retakes. You're trying to defend against a split coming in from all directions. Oh, now Riot Squad, they're gonna start to take a lot of ground towards Heaven for that ace play. They still have FNS holding down the lobby, so if there's any sort of push and shove happening, he's ready for it. And they have Peter holding down Mini, but actually FNS ends up walking into Dazzle, into Mini. Now they're aware that this man is in there, and he's got a weapon upgrade to the AK-47. Now they just gotta figure out where that second player is. But there's actually 3 players up here.
shot. Dapper just holding it down from upper. BTR popping off. He's going to get 2, but it's going to be Seb with the Mag 7 climbing up the ladder, zooming on in. He's just going to launch up a couple of bullets. And at least one of them is going to connect. Singularity. They're actually going to secure themselves a 10th round. Super scrappy at the end, but for Riot Squad, they're only able to get themselves 5.
Only 5, but considering the context, I think they're pretty happy with 5 rounds, honestly.
Right.
I do feel like that adds a lot of pressure on this pistol, right? Not even just to win the pistol, you kind of have to deny the bomb plant for Singularity. Like, getting double reset with this kind of score deficit is not an option, but it's like they go.
Monster's already crashing. Up in heaven, Celsius with a huge opportunity to try to get a kill there. But he's just going to go down for the plant. A smoke covering off 2 CTs. And even then, BTR through the smoke. He's going to take down Relics.
Oh,
Seb, oh man! 2 huge kills with the Glock. As now it's down to Crashies and Mitch in the 2-on-2. Zelsa's around the corner. Mitch going to take him down. Seb, last man remaining. Bomb is going to be smoked off. Hey, Crashies has a kit. But even then, resistance is futile as Mitch is going to get himself a 2nd kill in the round. And Riot Squad with a 6th.
Is this a buy? That's the real question here for Singularity. They can pump out Galils across the board. Full utility. Do they do it? Do they go for it? Yeah.
Wow, they are.
Yeah, so they downgrade 1 Galil to a Deagle. And Dazzle goes armorless to pass over an AK. And so that so Relics, excuse me, could get full utility. I actually don't mind that. That's actually good. It opens up options for the outside executes. And it gives them the ability to, if they want to use the mollies to clear out, you know, opposite van or top hut. Those are all possible as well with the utility that they have in hand. And I like the discipline here. Just wait to see if Riot Squad push into you. Wait to see if they do any sort of MP9 rushes. Just hold. Wait out some of the utility here for Riot Squad. And as soon as you see no resistance early, that's when you make your move. And it seems like based on their positioning, it's probably going to be making a little ground outside.
Yeah, and Singularity also, I mean, like you said, they got the rifles for it, but they also have 3 Kevlar and armor. Or I'm sorry, Kevlar and helmets. As at this point, Riot Squad, I mean, they have an MP9 too for Mosses. That's not going to do much headshot-wise. Singularity actually have a huge chance to just kind of throw down an Uno reverse card on the Riot Squad, trying to get themselves another streak. PTR is going to reveal himself. Singularity start making their approach outside.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of real estate available for Singularity, but these smokes and flashes are going to run thin. It's going to have to be battles, but actually be Peter the first to fall. Now, Janji's position is extremely forward, and he actually might have the timing, but he's delaying.
Yeah. I mean, 3 CTs on the A site. The T's might be making the wrong moves here. Seems like they're all posted up to try to take this A site. FNS in a really tricky spot here for the T's if they try to come out. Crashies and Mitch holding down the side. Mitch holding upper. Dazzle gonna go down. Zelsis actually gonna get the trade. Even though he has 12 HP. Dapper with a spray.
Oh my
God. Gonna get the headshot onto FNS. And my lord, Janji from behind getting the save. I mean, all of that action happening within the final 30 seconds of the round. And it ended up going in the favor of Riot Squad.
Wow, that came down to the absolute wire. Now, Singularity, they're going to feel confident for the 2nd round force buy in a row. Unfortunately, of course, it's not quite rifles. It's down to MAC-10, SMGs, of course, and pistols with a lot of utility. But Riot Squad is still on the fence of that double reset, right? This is still a possibility for Singularity. So they're chasing for that reset, and that could be detrimental. Mitch dodges the first spot, catches the first skill, and a 2nd as well. That's not bad. An MP9 for 2 lives, you take those.
Yeah, Riot Squad still grinding up though. It's going to be Janji taking down the Lurk and Dazzle. Still Dapper and Relics. Oh, Relics gonna smoke himself off. Oh no. He's revealed himself a little bit. Crashies is gonna be in the right position. I was about to say BTR was actually kind of ready for that. He was just holding the corner. And Singularity, the breakdown. They had a really good start, like you said. I mean, we take those in a sense. 2 MP9 kills, but otherwise, Riot Squad still building up that cash, still building up these rounds of Singularity. Again, yet another eco round for him. Can't exactly bounce back with anything here.
I mean, can we even call those rounds eco? I'm not so sure. the second round was full Galils, and the third round was a full force buy. But I have to admit, that was kind of greedy, though. Do we at least agree on that? That was a little greedy from Singularity, chasing for the double eco. I understand the concept, but I feel like the reward just wasn't really worth it with the kind of weaponry that you're working with. If you had maybe 1 or 2 rifles, maybe a couple SGs, okay, then I'm kind of on board with you. But only Tech 9s, P250s, and Deagles, it's a stretch.
And again, Singularity, they find themselves kind of the same situation that Riot Squad was kind of having in that first half. They can't really approach anywhere early on. They're just trying to find some contacts, and Riot Squad is just stopping them anywhere that they go. Dapper taking some damage through a smoke. He's just going to have to back away. With about a minute left, the T's are going to have to reapproach.
Now it's a regroup to ramp. I guess this is sort of a Hail Mary, right? Just flood out at a random time. Hope it works out in your favor. Unfortunately for Riot Squad, lack of pressure outside. Now they've reinforced the ramp. Now they have 2 rifles that are not willing to let go. I guess this is some kind of Singularity's medicine bag, right? This raw aggression right now that is coming out from Riot Squad. And there it is. Crashes on the flank to close it off. Only a single casualty. Not too shabby. Riot Squad's economy is looking pristine now, moving into this first real gun round.
Yeah, like you said, real first gun round here for Singularity. As again, like you said, they were getting real greedy with that double eco. I mean, if it works out in their favor, we kind of have to bite our tongue on that one. But otherwise, Riot Squad with a huge opportunity to make this 5-round comeback, just as they did in the first half.
Singularity's going pretty slow in these rounds. No early wall of smokes outside, no early fast pace, nothing to bait out utility early from Riot Squad. They're really just holding on to everything they got. They've only a few Molotovs used, of course, as the meta predicts. Now Singularity with a minute and 10. They're looking to set up for the wall of smokes outside. Oh, I like this. Okay, so 1 smoke for Big Garage, 1 smoke for Mini, and another smoke to pretty much wall off anyone playing CT spawn. Now this shrouds all of outside Upmind. They have no idea what's going on out here.
Wow.
And on top of that, Singularity just creeping, not giving away audibles, not giving away noise, and Riot Squad not quite sure how to answer back against this.
BTR in a great pixel position though. He finds himself a gap in the smoke, and it's gonna work out in his favor. Still playing around the box. Basil gonna peek around the corner. He's gonna get a kill. FNS taking on Seb. That was their lurk. Now at this point, Riot Squad, they have a foothold on the round. Can they hold on? Jonji with a huge opportunity to just shut down Singularity there, but it's going to be Dazzle with his second. Felix on the outside, still searching for some more CTs that are kind of straggling. Out comes Crashies from the ladder. He's going to get yet another kill. Dazzle, very little HP to work with. He's going to just with just a flash and a hope trying to get out on that site, but it just doesn't work out in their favor.
And how awkward was that too from Singularity? They're okay. I like the idea, right? You're walking outside, you're denying audibles, but at some point, you know, the smokes are gonna fade, and they just get caught in the open. Prime position for Peter to just rip them apart with AWP. That was easy pickings for Pete. He's not gonna miss those very often, and he actually capitalized on that by finding 2 kills. You got to be ready to do something off those smokes, right? Either pop, move into Big Garage, go down Secret, try to split Mini quickly as soon as those smokes are fading. You don't want to get caught in no man's. Now they're going to go for the traditional wall of smokes. And once again, Riot Squad is not quite sure if they're out there or not.
Riot Squad did a good job throwing down some counter mollies through that smoke into really good positions, not allowing the T's to go kind of fast down to B, but otherwise they have their entrance here. Now it's just going to come down to a very select few CTs to try to hold off the secret area. Counter smoke is actually going to scare off Singularity here. Again, the CTs are just posted up at this point. They've looked so dangerous so far in this first half. Singularity kind of knows that they just have to respect the space that the CTs give them.
Oh man, Mitch is hearing all this commotion happening below him. His head finds the open pick against Jonji. That's a rotator. Peter now is here as well. They actually might just run with that. pops open the door. Misses above, only good for one, and
Dapper?
crashes as well. It's down to a threes. This is doable now.
BTR, he's smoked off. He can't approach. Here comes Crashies and FNS. They're gonna turn the corner. Oh, Zelsis was so close there. The 180. Here comes Relics. 1v3. He's gonna get the first one into Crashies. He's gonna be mollied off. Nice smoke that actually leaves a gap for him. BTR still holding off. Yeah, Relics didn't really do much. He could have been saucy in a sense and went up to window, but PTR was waiting for it. He was just kind of covering up that angle too. So Riot Squad,
Wow.
they make the full comeback.
Yeah, lead for the first time in the game. I mean, I want to remind everyone, they were down 9-0 at one point.
9-0.
And I think that's one thing I'll always appreciate about this Riot Squad roster. It's actually, I've seen it happen many times with this roster where, you know, they're down, they're in crazy deficits, and they just keep their psyche together. They keep their mental just strong, and they just fight back towards the middle part of the game, towards the end of the game. I have to respect that. It takes a lot of mental perseverance to do that. But yeah, we find ourselves at 11-10, 6 in a row now for Riot Squad.
Yeah, Singularity again. They get to rebuy. I mean, they've lost 6 rounds in a row, so of course their loss bonus is going to be at max. But Riot Squad, I mean, again, they're just looking super good on the CT side. Seems like they have kind of a deeper knowledge of these sites as a Singularity. Again, they're just running into a bunch of brick walls, more so actually than the Singularity. Again, I'm just impressed with what I'm watching at the moment.
I like this. There's a lot of to take away from this game, right? But there's good strats, there's good structure, there's some sick individual prowess coming out, and individual talent. You gotta love that. And nice early grenade to start off the round. That was already almost down to half off that, and they haven't even moved an inch. There it is. Now they're gonna try the fast ace play. They want to switch up the speed here a little bit. Dazzle overwhelms FNS. Crashies though pushes into lobbies and dismantles a split single-handedly.
That's a good one, but again, Singularity, they take control of the site, even taking down Peter very late there. They tried to push through a molly and it just didn't work out in his favor. CTs all cramped and squeaky. Dapper from outside is gonna take down Mitch. Beautiful lurk there from Dapper. Bomb still hasn't gone down. CTs, they have full control of it. Again, the T's are just waiting on at this point. Crashies and Jonji, they're going to get a little bit antsy on this one. Stealth is in the corner, has the headshot angle, but Jonji is going to end up taking him down. Dazzle, still searching for some more. Riot Squad, they take control of the A side. Essentially, I mean, they just kind of switch sides, the T's and the CTs. So now the T's, they have control of the bomb. All they need to do is approach somewhere. Dapper taking down Jonji. Crashies has the opportunity for 2K, and he's going to close it out. Singularity comes down to a 1-on-2. I'm sorry, a 2-on-1. And yet again, Riot Squad is able to shut down a round.
Wow, that was so well played by Crashies and Jonji. Of course, Crashies got 4 kills, so of course most of the credit is his, no doubt. But I mean, just their ability, just their awareness to push something in that 2v3, right? They're getting wrapped on from all directions. There's 2 players coming in from hut, there's a player coming in on the flank. If they had kept their positions holding the bomb, that round would have never been a success. So instead, they go to chop one of the sandwich pieces out, and it works perfectly. Then Crashies capitalizes with 4 kills in that scenario. That is insane. Riot Squad keep their lead now, and it's starting to stretch a little bit too. 2 rounds up. You have a man advantage now in this 23rd round. Things are looking good for Riot Squad on this comeback.
It seems so. Again, the T's, after that very chaotic round near the end, they kind of want to slow down, so kind of want to reset tempo at this point. They still have guns to work with, but again, Riot Squad, they are who they are. They've already thrown their counter smokes, their counter flashes early on, so they don't exactly have much to work with in the later half of this round. So the rest of this one should be pretty interesting, to say the least. Teams are currently grouping up towards A. Is it me? No, yeah, the CTs, they have 3 men posted up. A site. FNS is going to open it up on Relics. That's going to be the bomb down. The rest of the squad is rotating.
Yeah, Johnny's position might be good for 1 at least, but he'll find himself a second one. Dapper's looking to answer back, and he finds 3. At 1 versus 2, that's far more manageable. But Peter will just push forward and straight to the face. Bomb plant denied. No bonus economy for Singularity. And Riot Squad find themselves at 13 now. How many rounds in a row is that? 8? 9?
8. No, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that was 8. Because I thought that they had still won the last one in the first half. But no, they won 8 rounds in a row in this second half. And I mean, they're still going. Singularity, they only just have about $3,000 to $4,000. Not much that they can work with. Again, Riot Squad, they just look so good at the moment. Again, Singularity, they were on the same run in the first half. We were singing the same praise for Singularity. And we could easily see yet another flip of the switch from another team. Just on different sides. So again, Singularity with yet another timeout. They need to talk about what kind of strats, what kind of maybe one-off strats that they could just pull out here, just to at least get some sort of momentum going. Because again, Riot Squad, they've been losing players every round. They've been losing out on cash every single round. So at this point, Singularity, they just need one really good round just to get their cash flowing and to get Riot Squad's economy stopped.
Yeah, I mean, if they can find a round win with all 5 kills here against Riot Squad, it's easy double reset. Let's see if it works out, though. This round, it's just pistols, some armor, some utility. Trying to go fast on the upgrade side, trying to get that, well, at least one player down the vents to control the rotations, but unfortunately, Dapper, the probe, never quite makes it there, but they're rerouting straight to ramp into Peter's hands.
Yeah, the cold, loving hands of the AWP is at least going to take down Dazzle. As CTs, they're already posted up in their correct positions. We already have one just chilling on the B site. It's going to be Mitch. Might get the opening here on Zelsis. He gets a couple of warning shots in. Going to take down Relics. John G is here to help. Now it's just down to Seb behind the smoke. And yeah, Riot Squad with yet another pretty simple round to say the least. PTR, Peter is going to go down. And FNS comes around with a kill. If it weren't for Peter, Riot Squad would have escaped that round with not a single point of damage taken. And not only that, but there were a couple CTs that didn't even use a single grenade that round. You had Crashies and Jonji holding on to most of their grenades that round. So they just didn't spend money at all. They're just building up at this point, and Singularity, they have yet to break through.
Also, kind of a completely irrelevant side note. I think Peter's the only non-conformist in the model skins. He's the only one that doesn't have the same model as the rest of his team. Anyways, off the side note. Once again, Singularity. They just haven't really found an answer. Their outside control has been disjointed, to say the least. And their late hits towards ramp and towards upper haven't worked out either. Now it's wall of smokes, but this time Peter's there peering over that smoke. And he knows if they are outside, they're probably walking mini. And if they aren't, then they're probably not out there. So let's just reinforce the A side and B side. Now it's going to be an A execute straight into Crash's hands. A 1-for-1 trade so far. Zelsis and Relics eliminate Peter and Mitch. And somehow Singularity has flipped this round on its head. And they are transitioning towards that lower bomb site.
Yeah, the CTs, they can smell it at this point. So FNS, John G, both rotating. Dapper in a great position. Just waiting for that rotation. He's going to take down FNS. And finally, Singularity. They have some sort of advantage heading into the late time half. And John G, I mean, this is scary for him. He's just spamming at this point, just trying to see if he can get really anything here. But Zelsis and Dapper, they're just hitting away over to the ramp. And yes, again, resistance is futile, as I say. And Jonji is just going to have to run away. And finally, Riot Squad is going to drop around to Singularity. after, if I'm not mistaken, 9 straight rounds again from Riot Squad.
Is this a mirror? It
Almost
is?
literally, yes, it is a mirror. But now we have to have that.
We have to have
that
5 in a row here.
Comeback at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be 4 in a row here for Singularity. And then the final round will have to be Riot Squads for the 15-15. Okay. I mean, luckily that op was saved and passed over to Peter, and that gets them a bit of extra oomph in this round, so they're not completely disadvantaged. Only FNS down to the CZ, but Peter, he's tipped the odds back in their favor with that opening pick. I love that play. Nade the door open, have Peter peek through. Now they're a lot more comfortable in this round.
CTs. Again, just posted up at this point, still waiting for some sort of aggression from the CTs. I mean, we saw a lot of it in the earlier rounds, but Singularity, they're trying to catch up on that strat, and Riot Squad now they're being respectful in a sense. They're just chilling on their sites, just waiting for Singularity to throw out their nades and punish accordingly. FNS taking out Dazzle, very close to scratching. He's most likely going to go down though. After a trade from Seb, Jonji FNS finishing off the round. Riot Squad in the perfect positions. They were super aggressive at the end of it. Singularity, they left many a gap for Riot Squad to just slither in through. And just as we thought that Singularity had something going for them, Riot Squad, they secure themselves a 15th round.
Yeah, and 4 rounds to spare to at least close it off here in regulation, right? 4 in a row here for Singularity, forced to force up with limited weaponry, to say the least. Eagle, CZ for Zelsis and Dapper. And even Relics is down to its Sec 9. So this round is by no means in any way advantageous for Singularity. They're in disadvantage in all aspects, and they're working with... I shouldn't say even limited. They have more than enough utility to make anything work, really. But if they go outside, they're going to have to just fight with pistols or these 2 rifles that they have. That's all they have. So instead, they'll go for the wall of smokes. Get Dazzle out. Get Dapper out there as well. Just hold, see if anything pokes into you. The only problem is, once these smokes are fading outside, you're kind of, once again, in no man's.
You're absolutely right. And there goes the wall of smokes. No one even watching outside at this point. It's just Jonji over to the door area. Just trying to see if any T's will come out of line. But the real player here is going to be PTR. He's going to get the first shot. Dazzle. He's going to go down. The rest of the T's trying to spill into the secret area. Equipment starts being thrown out from the CTs. Singularity, they're running out of time. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, they're really running this clock down. Now Molotov's going to try to distract away from the fact that Singularity's splitting upper. And if this works out well, there's no one really there to defend against this hit towards upper. This actually is the gap. Now, they're holding it from sight. FNS is at least. He's going to be peeking into Relic. He finds one. The crossfire is very real. And it seems like they are getting absolutely decimated unless Seb has something to say about it. He's in the open. He's out of bullets. He's out of health. And they are out of rounds. Riot Squad 16-11. What a game this has been.
That's honestly just wild. The entire time from Riot Squad, we had them winning at the end there 9 straight rounds, a mirror of Singularity's first half, but they just took it all the way to the bank. They just kept going. They shut down an eco round, and they just won out that last little easy one there. And overall, Riot Squad just looked super impressive there. Their mentality, their mental fortitude was on display there.
Yeah, I could not agree more. That's the one thing I will always appreciate about this roster. There's so many games they find themselves in big deficits. I mean, 9-0, that's really hard to come back from. And not only was it a 9-0, but it seemed like they were just getting freestyled on, right? Just like this raw, relentless aggression coming out from Singularity, fighting as a single unit, you might even say. But that is the end of the story, and Riot Squad prevailed towards the end. And now we go from Riot to Chaos, and from Singularity to United. E-United versus Chaos coming up next. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with the action.